This week's playwright tip, know your legal rights, because there are situations as a playwright where... Oh my god, I'm late. Computer, one to beam. Where the heck did he go? How come nobody told me my ass was this big? So I'm here at the... Huh. Cool. As a writer, it's incredibly important to know your legal rights. And one thing that's out there that'll help you out is the Dramatists Guild of America. The Dramatists Guild is an organization that's basically designed to help out the playwright. They are there to support the playwright in a legal sense or as a support for the playwrights. If you go to the website, there is actually a Playwrights Bill of Rights, which I'll let you read in your own time. No need for me to read that off here because, well, I have my own thing going on. As a member of the Dramatists Guild, you basically have protection of your work, which is really important, and I'll discuss that a little bit. They provide a lot of services for playwrights, so I suggest looking at the Dramatists Guild website, taking a look around. It's a wonderful thing. The fact is, as a playwright, you need to have protection because there are certain things that other people should not be allowed to do with your work. Say, for example, a community theater in Wisconsin wanted to do a production of Grease, but didn't get the rights from Samuel French. Well, here's the thing, that company would be in violation of the intellectual property or copyright acts and basically not be able to do the production and could be sued should the production go up. So that's the key there. No one is allowed to do your work without your permission. That's fact. The second thing you have to keep in mind is that no one is allowed to alter your work without permission. And for some reason, people think, oh, but it's creative license. And I'll bring that up in a minute. And they think it's okay to do this and make some alterations in order to fit needs. And no, you're not allowed to make any edits. A couple years ago in Texas, they were performing the musical Hands on a Hard Body. Now, what this particular company did was absolutely egregious. They altered the work where they rearranged scenes. They may or may not have added dialogue. And when the licensing company and the writers heard about this, they were basically like, no, you can't do that. The most egregious part is that the director of the piece said, yeah, you could tell us not to do that, but the thing is, we made it better. The one thing you don't tell a writer is that I can do your work better than you. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of incidences where this kind of stuff happens. It's really frustrating, especially for the writer. You cannot alter a playwright's work. Please understand this. I bring this up this week because for the last couple of months, I've been doing something really cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one, the only, the way station! Do we have any Star Trek original series fans in the house? DS9? Voyager? Discovery?
Very complicated feelings.
Very complicated feelings on that.
Is there a thing called Enterprise I've heard of?
We don't speak of it.
So a couple months ago, I started working with an organization called Newly Human Productions. Newly Human Productions is a Shadowcast group that performs, well, let me explain what Shadowcasting is for a second. You ever been to Rocky Horror and they have the thing where the movie's going on screen and they're performing the movie live in front of you in full costume and lip syncing and everything? That's shadowcasting. And for the last, I think, 2 decades or so, people have been shadowcasting not only Rocky Horror, but a bunch of things. So a couple of people created an organization called Newly Human, which you can find at newlyhumanproductions.com or Newly Human on Facebook, and decided, yeah, we're going to do shadowcasting. So they decided to do it at the Way Station. The Way Station, if you don't know it, is a Brooklyn bar. It's a nerd bar. It has a TARDIS for a bathroom. It is bigger on the inside. And I started working with them a couple of months ago when they did the Buffy musical episode, Once More with Feeling, and I played Giles because that's so me, I guess. And they followed it up with Dr. Horrible, which was just awesome. After that, they decided to venture out a little bit. They asked me to be the director of a shadowcast that went where no shadowcast had gone before. They decided to shadowcast an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, and it was cool. I mean, one of the cool things about shadowcasting is that you get to dress up as your favorite character, and the people we work with, Satin Worshippers, who created our costumes, they did an amazing job with the costumes for this piece. And I'm reluctant to show you any footage of the actual event for legal reasons, for reasons I stated before. See, the thing with shadowcasting is that even though you're performing in front of it, you can't do anything to the episode or movie itself. There are a lot of legal things. For example, we can't sell tickets. That's one of the most important things we had to realize. We can't sell tickets legally, because if we sell tickets, all of a sudden we're showing tickets to a showing of an episode, and the writers of that episode and the creators of that episode aren't getting any money from that. So we can't sell tickets. So really, we're not doing it for profit. We're doing it because we like doing it. We want to perform these roles. We want to dress up as these characters. We want to do it and have fun. Now, usually in an episode there are these commercial breaks where you hear advertisement for like Viagra or something, but we decided to do something different. We decided to put in musical numbers where those commercial breaks would be. That would be connected to the episode or as fan-based stuff. Now, a lot of the commercial breaks we've done were based on internet-created fan stuff, so that we had a couple of songs from a couple of fans of TNG, and again, I am extremely reluctant to show any of the actual stuff with the actual tracks to you because, well, legal reasons. I don't want to infringe on anyone's legal rights. But, I can show you a little bit of stuff that we created with a different audio track. Michael Reese, this one's for you. It was just fun. It's great to be doing something creative. And while I just directed this one, I've also performed in a couple Shadowcasts, and it's exciting. And honestly, as a performer, it's a different muscle that you're exercising when you're Shadowcasting. Well, that's it for this week. Next week, I'm actually doing a reading of one of my plays in preparation for festivals. Fingers crossed. And until then, I guess, yeah, I'll see you interwebs. Wonder what happened to Other John? Yeah, next time I'm walking.